Wait, how do you? Oh, there you go, dude. I
Yeah, there
fucking
we go.
love
I'm
fucking
stopped.
this
You're
stuff.
stopped. I'm
Okay.
recording as well. Like, I'm not even
Oh,
gonna do an
okay. I wasn't.
intro. Like,
I wasn't recording, and
I
then
I know I
oh
know
yeah,
you're
look, I
gonna,
muted my
cause I
mic while I
cause I
farted.
cause I know you need to do an intro.
Okay.
You
I
continue.
ain't doing no fucking intro because it's too awkward to do like with someone else here, even though it's you.
What's
But
even your
all right.
intro right now? I don't remember. Is it the man, the end of hands,
Oh,
around the cult
it's
of personality? That is
yeah,
Emperor Evan Rommel, bringing you guys another company of
yeah,
heroes to
exactly. Or
replay, brought to you by COVID Proof.
yeah, or I don't know. Actually, wait, I don't remember if it was COVID proof. I don't know who sent this in, to be honest. Like they didn't ever say, and so it's just like, what the fuck? I think in this one I try to get all angles,
Yeah. So
but
when are
like
we
I
unpa-
think
are we unpaused or are we pausing? Because I'm still paused.
we can unpause now.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm pause because we got to be coordinated, you know. Because otherwise, like it's
Yeah.
we're gonna see things and it's gonna be different. Yeah.
If it's like a second or two, it'll be fine, I
All
think.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
It's gonna be fine. So, anyways,
yeah,
they're
I
both
hate this
gay.
fucking map. Well, I hate this map, and I hate like I don't know.
This map
The,
kind of looks
I
like
just
that other 2v2 map with the with the factory on the right side. That's like really really narrow. I keep forgetting these
yeah, but
names.
you could still go around this like little factory too, and like a
Oh,
lot of
okay,
people
it's
don't know
kind of
that. They like
different.
forget about that.
Yeah, you can get fucking flanked. Yeah, I can
Kind of like
imagine.
ping. I forget what is the shortcut to ping.
It's
You can
control
actually ping in.
control A left click, I think. I don't think you can ping in replays because technically we're not in a game.
That's
Like,
bullshit. Yeah,
you should
it's
be able to like of course, like telling things to Relic in like 2023, that doesn't make any sense. But like, if Relic was like fucking somehow watching this, they should make it so you could have like a replay session where two people are like watching the same replay,
yeah.
like if they're in a game. Like that would be kind of useful. I don't know.
I would totally agree with this. This actually makes sense. But you know, they didn't even add Company of Heroes 3 replays the Company of Heroes 3, so I mean,
Wait, what? They
once
haven't
again.
added them? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
no,
That's
you have
so
to get like a mod and shit.
Oh, we got some first like
Yeah.
fucking combat. Oh, the infantry
Oh my.
sections on the right side versus Volk here are gonna fucking. I mean, infantry sections are gonna rape. Uh,
I
assault
love
infantry.
the assault infantry section. They're so good.
Yeah, well, they're getting
And of
destroyed.
course, this guy's. Yeah, I know this guy's using.
Oh,
It
they're
very
gonna win
poorly.
because
He's
of the
just, like, walking
MG,
around.
the Viking machine gun.
Yeah, but the MG. Fuck you! It is the Viking machine gun.
That
I wasn't
is.
the illiterate fuck then.
Yeah,
It sounds way better than Vickers, man. Like fuck that.
die. Yeah, it looks like the Brits are gonna win the right side like really easily. But what about the left? I mean,
Yeah.
we've got like grenadiers at long range on the left. Oh, they're going into that. The Americans are going into that building, which doesn't make any sense because like, look, only like 3 people are actually shooting out of that building, but
Yes.
everyone's taking
Thank you.
damage. Like, this isn't something that like noobs, I guess, don't really like realize. It's like you sometimes don't go into buildings because yeah, not everybody shoots. Like,
Just
look at the
just
machine
if
gun
you
on the
look
right.
over here. Yeah, I made a comment to this when I recorded. I'm like, dude, he only has one window. You're not doing anything but just taking health loss.
Yep.
It's absolutely
He's
nothing.
lucky he had this assault infantry section coming in. Oh, and they can upgrade Thompsons for 60 munitions. Yeah, I'm even learning some of these things because like obviously I
Yeah.
haven't learned all the new commanders. Oh, the wipe, nice, very very good.
I didn't see no fucking wipe. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. As
Yeah,
per
he
usual.
he just wiped
Oh,
a
yeah,
Volk, but yeah.
this guy gets a whole bunch of grenadiers. Oh, he wiped a Volk. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the Volk that was running away with like one
Yep,
guy?
yep.
I wasn't even like maybe I recorded it. I don't know if I fucking know. But it was a really hardcore wipe though. Like losing a Volk that early, and he goes, "This is like a decent." What's like? Would you agree? As someone who was once
Decent at the game.
top two, no,
Yeah.
no, top two v two in the world, almost like with 50, 50 in the top world.
Top
with death.
50. Look, I won an Italian 2v2 tournament, okay? with the great
Hey.
King Puffo.
Oh my fucking god! I forgot about Papa.
Yeah, memories. The
Oh,
great
yeah.
King Puffo. He was a real one.
Don't
Anyway.
you agree? I've been preaching in my videos that even though like commanders don't matter, they do absolutely matter on how you play the game and how it's just gonna buff your gameplay style. Like I hate people go like the most shittiest doctrine known to man, and then they lose, and it's just like yeah, like if you actually went a normal doctrine like with like 85s, or even like this doctrine is still pretty good like for the OKW guy. because he went the one with like the STG packages or the
Yeah.
Command Panther and the
Yeah,
Sturm Officer,
I
and
would
also this
think that this is
grenade.
like a staple doctrine. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, but like I'm gonna give you like my whole like
Oh no, yeah,
Woodstock
don't worry.
theory of
Well,
commanders in a bit.
I already finished.
Oh, okay.
I already finished. So
Yeah, because like basically, yeah, I do agree that like if you don't like have a play style that's like already like established, or you're like still figuring out what you like to do, like there is no real point in picking like really specialized commanders, but it can like really emphasize your gameplay if you're like one of those faggots that really likes flanking. You get like one of these commanders, like this Brit guy went the Lend-Lease assault regiment with the assault troops, so he can go around and he can like kill people at close range, you know, have the submachine guns and all that. But if you know, like there are some staple doctrines, is the way I see it, of like every faction, you know, like the infantry company for the US, or the paratroopers for the US, or like the 85s for the Soviets, that like if you go for it and you don't really use it a lot, it's not gonna hurt you, you know? Like, yeah.
yeah, that's what I think. Like some, because usually I think, yeah, a lot of doctrines are more special, but you want the ones that are just like nice and round. Like for example, with
Unless you
the
really know
infantry
what you're
assault section.
doing.
Yeah, you have infantry assault, infantry sections, and then you have like a mortar team on this, and then you get the nice M10, along with half track transport's kind of shitty, but then you get something to dump your munitions in. Like it's all around okay,
Yeah.
you know. But just like especially for the Russians, like you need those 85s, you need those guards, riflemen, or something, or whatever the case, to just make the whole thing complete. Otherwise, people just go this random fucking shit that don't help them at all.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
it
used
just
to I used to go like Soviet industry almost every game, where I was like trying to do something funny, or partisans, but like you really need to know what you're doing to make the partisans work. And I think they're also different now. They don't even spawn from buildings anymore, I don't think. But yeah,
well,
like
yeah.
I knew, like there was a guy who sent me replays that like his entire like strategy was he went partisans every game, and he like he just kept spawning them all over the place, and he was like pretty good with them. Like even though he wasn't the best player, he got some like really amazing plays off because of that. But yeah, like you've got like this Dirty Joe guy, for instance, who like went for free assault squads, which I think that like on this map is like not particularly great, because it
Yes, I
seems
would
very
agree.
open. Like, so if you're doing that, like the doctrine can hurt you. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing I hate. This is like my biggest pet peeve. If you saw in the South with the Victory Point, he had a assault infantry section just sitting there at long range, just taking health loss
Yeah, yeah,
against
I
these
was
bulls.
watching that
And
right
I'm like,
now. Like,
why?
yeah, and oh, and now he
That
goes
was a
in with
great
the other
stun grenade.
two. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, yeah, that was a great stun grenade. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the situations in which a stun grenade is gonna really help you. Oh, and he went with fucking
But that's like,
Sturm officer. I see. I don't really
see,
like the
that's the
Sturm
kind of thing that.
officer. I never
That's
liked
one thing that
it.
always made me mad is that people just like let their units sit in cover and they're outmatched and they just take health and man loss, and then you retreat and then you bring in the rest of your force, and it's like, bro, you piecemeal like this all the fucking time. It's just not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
that was actually like the biggest mistake that I ever did, I think, as a player, is when I still played a lot, is like I wasn't good enough at lobbing, like funnily enough. Yeah. Oh, wait, I love how
one.
the guy on the left side went to half track. I wonder if he's going to go for the flame. I mean, I'm thinking he's going to go for the flame. Okay, I was thinking he was... Okay, I think what happened is Rotten Coffee was going for the flame half track, but then he didn't realize that he didn't have the munitions. So he was just like sitting in the front with a half track not doing anything. He wasn't even reinforcing with it. Like, see, kind of had a moment.
Now he's gonna try and... I think now he's gonna try and do it, but I think I remember... I think I remember sort of what's gonna happen. Oh, he's getting a pack.
Yeah, I mean,
I know
he
what
does
you're-
he does need a
already.
pack for the a half track. I mean,
Oh, yeah. You know, here's a question for you. What do you like more when you played? Or what's better, technically? The MG42 LMG for the Grenadiers or G43s? Because I know G43s are from a doctrine. I've always liked G43s.
yeah, because
But,
you're
I don't know,
just
I
like in
I
gay
see
love
people
with
get,
them.
I see people get the MG42, and to me, it's just like, all right. But then, like, I've seen people, like, completely destroyed
Okay,
with it.
as far as like, I feel like without if people like are playing standard, the LMG is better because it does more damage. Like if you sit your Grenadiers at long range, which is what you should always do, the LMG is like one of the best things that you can purchase in the entire game, unless they nerfed it. But definitely, like, it depends on the doctrine that you're going, because like if the doctrine is G43s and I don't know, you're just like looking to be more aggressive or something, and you just don't want to go Panzer Grenadiers for whatever fucking reason, then you're gonna go G43s. I feel like G43s are very situational as an upgrade, but I understand why someone would go for them because like you don't need to stop the fire, which is what LMGs are. The problem with the LMGs is you need to stop the fire. So I don't know.
No, okay.
Like for instance, I really like how this guy
nice
went
grenade.
for 2 pioneers. Or are you looking at the south? The the stun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. The fucking artillery officer did like a bundled.
Oh,
Like,
bundle grenade, the
bomb,
assault
killed a whole
grenades. Yeah,
bunch.
the assault grenades.
Yeah, but then they countered with a stun grenade and it kind of like fucked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the gammon bomb or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So he went for
every time I
the
see
went for the officer. All right. I mean, I guess
Most
both
people do
of these
now.
guys are, but yeah, both of these guys are going officer. It does look like they're all a little into that. Which like, maybe this is just me being like bad at the game, but I was never into those officer units because I just always like tend to like.
Either.
Yeah, it seems like it's really, really good if you're gonna be like a massive blobber, but it doesn't seem like either of these guys are being that particularly good at it. Oh, the Brit guy should definitely have brought up the MG because like now he's got like now all of his units have retreated and he's only got the MG left. Like I don't know.
This was the problem with this guy is that he never brought up his MG to support, and I think that hurt his advancement like every time. But also like some of these fucking officers are good, like this one, units to fight harder and blah 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 blah. But to me, they're more like a utility. Like oh, they throw smoke, they do this, they do that, and they buff. But it's like one more micromanage I have to fucking do. I'm just bad.
What I like the Sturm officer for is the terror tactics. Like in Company of Heroes 1 where you can make people retreat.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good. What is the Grenadier guy doing with his Grenadiers like flanking around? I like the deep capping of the the connecting point. That's pretty good.
Yes.
I feel like if he runs away, then that's gonna be a very good play. But if he just stands around, then he's just gonna lose that Grenadier squad. I feel like. Oh, but I guess he's also making the other guys.
Oh no, the
retreat.
blob's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, because the American blob is gonna come. Like oh, and they're getting LMGs as well. Yeah, that's where the MG42 loses is when like the Americans go for those M1919s because you can get 2 per rifle squad, and so you're just gonna beat the MG42
DPS.
every single time. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this guy stands out in the open too much. The American guy. He's just standing out here taking this flamethrower, and he's targeting the Grenadier.
I don't know if they changed this, but it's actually better to stand in the open ground against the flamethrower. It does more damage.
Really?
It does more damage, or it's more accurate. I forget which one it is. If you're in cover, and the more cover you're in, the more damage or accuracy it's got. So actually, standing in negative cover is better, is better than like the best thing when it comes to like getting hit by the flamethrower. Oh, the fucking the COVID-proof guy just lost the folks to the right.
Yeah, I saw the Artie come down. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I think when I recorded this replay, I bashed the British base Artie, and then this British-based Artie totally like killed some shit.
Yeah, you never need to bash the
That's what I
British
was
base. Because the thing about the British base art is, like, I feel like every single person that's played Company of Heroes 1 is thinking about, like, the 25-pounders from Company of Heroes 1 and how they, like, kill everything instantly. And so they see the British base art in Company of Heroes 2 and they're like, oh, it's shit. But actually, I don't know, if you, like, underestimate it, it's gonna get, like, some weird, like, kills. And, yeah, you don't need to...
Yeah.
You need to, like, be kind
I
of careful with
underestimate.
it. Yeah.
Fuck the British base Artie. I
Fuck
miss
the
my
British.
25-pounder creeping barrage. I remember when I used to play against AI. What was it? Fucking you know the Hawkwold Gap.
Oh, yeah, the Hawkwold Gap, yeah.
If you go on the Hawkwold Gap, you can max out your pop, and the max I think you can get is 9 artillery. The 25-pounders was like the max you can get. But if you killed one of your HQ, you could get 10.
If you killed one of your HQs.
It was good. And then the creeping barrage was fucking devastating. It was great. See, here's
My
that
God.
propaganda going out.
Yeah, I really like that.
Just enforce
Oh,
it.
he almost
But then
lost
he
the
still
officer, though.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
he never
expensive,
moves up the
especially when you,
fucking
like...
MG.
Well, the thing about, like, OKW that really triggers me is, like, when you have, like, really vetted units, losing them. Like, people always do that. Like,
Oh yeah.
to me, when I play the OKW, and also nice push on the left side by the Wehrmacht guy, seems to be really owning the Americans. Like when you're an OKW guy and like you get those like vet 5s, and then you just like forget about them? Like, how do you forget about the Vet 5s? Like, I don't get it. Like, I would be babysitting that unit, you know? Like, anyway. Rant
I would
over.
completely agree. And, you know.
And he keeps running
what
into
could
the
this-
MG, too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. You know what's funny is that a lot of these guys don't flank at all, and they just kind of go straight forward, and it's like, you know, you can go around, right?
Yeah. I mean, especially
Like the
with
guy in the
maps
south
like
of
this.
here,
Like, it's not like this is, like, oh, sorry for interrupting you. It's not like it's, like, via River Valley from Company of Heroes 1 or, you know, or, like, Red Ball Express, you know, like...
Well, it's just like in the south, you have this big-ass fuel tank here. You can go around it. Like
Yeah,
the
you
map
could go
doesn't
around the
end
fuel
there.
tank, or you can go for the center. There's nothing in the center. Yeah, nice artillery.
Damn.
Nice artillery.
Damn, that was fucking...
That was
zeroed in.
perfect. That
Holy
was
shit.
actually kind of lucky as well. And now he goes and assaults with the Thompsons. How nice. Yeah, and he needs to run away.
Oh,
I was about to say,
question
where's the
is-
Schwer? He just got the Schwer. Kind of late, but yeah, it's all right. I mean, he can get the
my question
Panther.
is, what do you think the American guy can do to actually beat this Grenadier shit? 'Cause
I mean,
don't
he
think
can
ever
use his fucking
does.
manpower for once. Like, he's got 1K in
Oh,
reserve.
shit, dude.
Like, he's just been sitting around, not really fighting. Like, if you look at the pop cap, which is something that I always do, is like the Wehrmacht is at 50 and the American guy is at 41. So it's not like they're that outmatched. It's not like the Wehrmacht guy has doubled the units and the American guy has been losing so much. It's just that the Wehrmacht guy has been spending his resources, you know? Like, if he got another pack howitzer and an MG... sorry, actually, let me see if he can... No, he cannot get an MG because it's Lieutenant now. If he got, like, a couple... another pack howitzer, I feel like, an AT gun, and maybe another rifleman squad, and just been a little more aggressive, he would have no manpower, but he would be pushing, you know? Oh, and he also needs to upgrade the
thing-
Major, like, right now. Oh, no, he does have the Major.
think-
Okay, never mind. So wait,
think,
what is he
like, I
waiting
think
for? He
what I
could have
s-
gone for a Sherman. Like, his opponent is
Yeah, this
going
is-
Grenadiers. Like, like, Sherman is the perfect counter to that. Like, I don't know.
This is the thing, like, what was it? My major criticism of the American guy, well, of course, having a shit ton of manpower, which is, like, another pet peeve, is that this dude fucking... I feel like he should have gone Lieutenant over... is this Lieutenant?
Oh, Lieutenant over Captain? I mean...
Yeah, to get the MG and then a Stewart, so you have some kind of middle game, or if you really want into a utility car, to, like, suppress the Grenadiers, to have some kind of static...
For the
kind of
MG,
thing,
for
but also-
sure. I don't know. I feel like the Stewart is sometimes a bit of a noob trap because I just don't see it as that effective. The thing that I like the Stewart for is when you're against the OKW, so they cannot get a Lukes. That's what I like the Stewart
Yeah.
for.
But
But
yeah, it took... And
not
then,
really
of course,
against
the British
Wehrmacht.
guy bringing in a Centaur to help. But yeah, this guy, he could have gotten a Sherman.
Oh,
at
yeah,
some
that's
point.
pretty
He
good.
could have gotten... Also, he could have gotten the little... what is it called?
the pack
motor
Stewart or
carriage.
whatever. Motor carriage, yeah.
Yeah.
That would
I
have
was like,
been the
get
best,
that.
I feel like. That would have been the best purchase.
Yeah.
I really like
But-
props to the Brit guy, by the way, because he saw that his ally was in need of, you know, the AA tank more than he needed it, and he sent it on the left side. But
Yeah.
like, this is what I always warn against when you're like playing 2v2s. If you're not like a team that's communicating over like TeamSpeak or, you know, Discord. Oh, he hit a mine. Like, see, the thing is, like, you cannot micro things as well when you're like when you're sending it to the other side. Like, it's good that he did it, because you know you're not playing 2 1v1s, you're playing a 2v2.
Yeah.
But like, you need to remember that like it's easy to lose it, you know, like, because you're not looking at it. And like, see,
Exactly.
now he's looking at the other side, and he almost lost an infantry section on the right. Like,
Yeah, see, yeah. At least he'll come back in. Look at that. Look at that rape. Oh, there's a fucking stun grenade.
oh, here comes I'm actually like a couple seconds behind, but it's fine. Oh, I love the assault grenades out right after the stun grenade. That was almost a great
Yeah.
wipe. Oh, but like, see, that's the thing. Like, the assault officer is actually pretty strong. Oh, and he went for a command panther. Of course, I feel like that's the noob
Yes.
trap for the Nazis. Like, the command panther is the
Yeah.
biggest noob trap for the Nazis. Like,
But see, here's the thing that's also I need a Woodstock advice on, is that would you agree that in some circumstances it's better to go for Panthers or Panzer IVs than save up for the King Tiger or something
oh, for
like that just to
sure, for
fucking use it?
sure. Yeah.
I fucking can't say. Everyone's been doing it lately in like replays like the Tiger Ace or a King Tiger, and then
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
Tiger
it's not
Ace.
gonna save you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna save you. It's gonna die, and it's slow as fuck. And yeah.
No, I
It's just
absolutely
trash.
agree with that. I mean, like, it's yeah, it's just the biggest like, oh, I want my fucking great Nazi tank, like, and then like they're like the thing that I always see people do that like pisses me off the most, or I used to see people do. I guess I don't see right now because I haven't been fucking playing or watching replays. Is like people like are waiting for the King Tiger, right? Or like the
Yeah,
Tiger race or something, and they need like 13 command points or something, and they're like at 9 command points, right? But they already start saving up for it, and you're like, why
yeah.
do you have like 1,500 manpower and 200 fuel? You cannot even fucking get the Tiger race, because that's gonna need like fucking 10 more minutes of experience. Like, that's the thing that pisses me off the most. Oh,
Pre-
whatever.
Pretty much, and then in that respect, they'll probably lose the fucking game because they waited too long.
Yep. And in the meantime, yeah, they like maybe they were ahead as well, like, but they just lose it. Oh, I love that like
Yes.
that phosphorus grenade or what it was.
But the funny thing is that his assault infantry section was focused on the Sturmpioneer instead of the Sturmofficer.
Oh yeah,
And there
yeah.
you go.
That might have wiped it. I love the Firefly purchase, but the thing is, like, he's been constantly throwing down artillery and like grenades, so he doesn't really have like the
Yeah.
ammo to use the rockets, which is I feel like a bit of a unfortunate moment.
I just feel bad for him because I think the British guy is really trying to do all he's trying to do, but he just has no fucking manpower. I feel so bad. I don't know why in Company of Heroes they never allowed to like give resources to allies. Maybe it'd be too much funneling
It
or
would be too
something like
much
that,
fun. It would also be too much funneling for like, yeah, like if you're a not manpower heavy faction like the Americans, and your allies a manpower heavy faction like the British. But I mean, I feel like in Company of Heroes 2, that's a bit less of a problem than in Company of Heroes 1 it would have been, because in Company of Heroes 1 there were like a bunch of weird resource costs, like I don't know, shit costing like only
Yeah.
munitions or only manpower a lot of the time, or only fuel, which is not a thing in Company of Heroes 2. But like, imagine how like retarded it would have been to like be able to give manpower to like the Soviet industry when the Soviet industry like didn't have manpower, back in
Yeah.
the day. Like, yeah. Oh, nice Firefly shots from the side. He almost lost that
Oh,
A
yeah, I see.
tank. Good positioning on the Firefly. I don't like that he's moving it up, because like, what if there's like a Raketenwerfer hidden? Like he's
Or
he's going in
well,
with no support for the Firefly. Like, yeah, and there's a Raketenwerfer
also
now.
also he could get Fausted, which is gonna hurt.
Yep.
The least thing you want to do is be Fausted at this time.
He got lucky that the OKW guy was not close enough with the Volksgrenadiers. I feel like the British guy is doing very well, but he's like on the brink of like always losing his units. Like,
Yeah.
the time he actually fails at that. The American guy really needs to try to secure that fucking fuel point, because like right now they're equal on the income, but that's just because the British guy is like really pushing up a lot. Like, the moment he cannot push up, they're kind of fucked on the fuel, and then the Nazis are just
Pretty
gonna
much.
overwhelm them with panzers and all that.
I do, even as much as I do like the infantry section. Now, like rewatching this replay a second time, I think it was the wrong faction.
The wrong
faction to
commander.
go.
Because like, imagine if he
Yeah,
had like real infantry sections now, and he could upgrade them with
Yeah.
fucking Brens or something. Like, that would be pretty good.
Yeah. As much as I love them.
Because like, that shit's pretty good early games. Like, maybe getting 1 or 2 was good, but like now he's gone really heavily into it. And like, yeah, sure, they're vet free, so you don't want to lose them. But at the same time, they kind of seem to be kind of a trap as well, because he's constantly on no
Yes.
manpower. Because the only way he can like win any engagement is to like
By getting
run in.
close.
Yeah. So he always
Yeah.
takes losses anyway.
I
Okay,
love how this American guy decided to like shift to the mid, but then like he's
that's a
still like
pretty
not
good
doing it.
choice, I feel like. But yeah, still
Oh
not
well,
doing
yeah.
anything.
The one thing
Like,
I've
when
always
you're
hated in
losing, you should
2v2
always go to the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people just stay in their own little corner, as you say, in like in a 1v1 scenario. But like in reality, like it is a 2v2. Like, go help your ally or something, or at least move. If you're losing, like just move and support your ally and not let him get fucked.
Yeah, and like, also the thing about it is, I feel like when you're in a 1v1 kind of situation and you're losing against your opponent, you cannot really like take the points on your side. Oh, the Firefly's gonna get destroyed. Yep.
The goof.
He was definitely way too far forward of his infantry, and like now, even if he loses the command panther, I feel like it's a pretty okay trade for the OKW. But if he doesn't lose the
No,
command
he's not
panther,
gonna
then
lose
obviously
it.
it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
actually he used the command panther in like the correct way. So I'm gonna retract my like hatred of this purchase for COVID proof. That was pretty good. He used it exactly as you're supposed to. Like go in, pop the coordinated fire on something with a Rakenwerfer or a Panzer IV or something, and like quickly kill it and then get the fuck out. But yeah, like if the American guy went like full center right now, then like the Wehrmacht guy would have to shift fully to the center as well, and then you can like send in like 1 or 2 rifleman squads to cap the left anyway that you would not be able to if you just like kept it.
And then just like place an MG and then be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm done now.
yeah. Which he, funnily enough, I think he did place an MG there,
Yeah,
but
he did
moved it. I don't know. He moved it somewhere else, which I don't
now.
understand. Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. It was bad. Fuzzy double Panzer IV. Man, the Panzer IV looks ugly without any skirts. It looks so ugly.
Really? Is it female?
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, oh my god. We have to ask it. What are your gender?
What is the gender? Oh, and it's been, damn. Yeah, it's like looking like the Brit guy is collapsing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't have the. I don't know. Am I on him? Yeah, he doesn't have the manpower. I feel like, and then losing the Firefly is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the oomph anymore. Although he does have like a lot of fuel that he could use, but he just doesn't have the manpower. I don't know. I love how the Wehrmacht guy is going like fully into Panzer IVs. This is kind of nice. One like thing that I think he's doing really well is the half track in the end. Like he didn't upgrade the flames because he realized it was like a bit late for that, and he just kept it as like a reinforcement half track. And like now that he's vet free, he like reinforces really far away. Oh, and there goes the Centauri tank. Well, I mean the game's pretty over right now, right? Like I don't see how the
That's what I said about the Wehrmacht guy, is that, like, I thought it was interesting that he actually used the half-track to reinforce. And then the American guy obviously didn't know how to deal with it, so he just accepted it, and it just, like, hurt him even more. Damn, 3 engineer flamethrowers, I lolled.
Yeah, free engineer flamethrowers and free Panzer IVs as well. Like, I kind of like Rotten Coffee, like, the way he, like, built himself. I don't know. Like, he doesn't have a lot of units, because I think he's, like, not really confident in his ability to micro a lot of different types of units, which is like good. I mean, if you don't want to, like, you might as well just like go for Panzer IVs, engineers, and grenadiers, and just like stomp, because like you don't really need anything else unless you're getting like, unless you're like in specific situations. So I don't know.
I just feel bad for the Brit guy because his ally kind of sucked ass.
Yeah, he got let down real hard.
He tried his damnedest, but it just wasn't enough.
Yep. Wow, I love how COVID proof went for the Obersoldaten, because you know he just needed to like get that unit. Like,
just like why? I was just like,
fucking. How much of a Nazi do you have to be?
I was just like, why? Out of all the things you could buy, like especially at this point of the game, yeah, I'm getting Obersoldaten.
One thing that the Wehrmacht guys definitely is not doing enough of is like capping. Like this is something that a lot of people like really fucking need to learn to do when they play Company of Heroes. It's just like, just cap. Like they've been winning so hard for like the entire game, but they're not like getting the rewards for it as well as they should be, because they're just like not moving forward and capping the points. Like I don't know.
You know what? You know what's another pet peeve of mine that people don't do? Like I mean, the American guy sucks ass. Is that a lot of people, even though when they get like all the upgrades available, like if you can get the LMG, upgrade the fucking weapons rack pack.
Yeah.
They never, for some reason, upgrade the rear echelon with a bazooka.
Oh yeah, or even BARs. I mean, if you get like the BARs and you use the suppressing fire, it's pretty good. Like you can pin people.
Well, but usually, like, depending upon, like, what the situation is, or if, like, you have a lot of infantry and you need just, like, a mobile bazooka with the anti-tank rifle grenade, you can, like, do some stuff with it when you have, like, annoying shit. That's the one thing. Even though he did actually give his major a bazooka, which I did laugh at.
I always used to do that.
I mean,
as
it
well.
makes sense. It makes sense because he has, like, you know, 3 Panzer IVs, but I mean, he already lost, so I mean.
Honestly, had he known that the Wehrmacht guy was going a lot of Panzer IVs, you know what would have like really raped this guy is a ranger blob with bazookas. Because that shit like destroys Panzer IVs like so much, and it's so funny because like they just like, yeah, it's so weird to see rangers with bazookas, but actually they're like pretty damn good at like killing medium tanks. Yeah.
And poor Dirty Joe, he gave up.
Poor Dirty, yeah, poor Dirty Joe. I mean,
you know what? I mean, I don't know. You know what we were talking about with when I was with Depp is you know, we were talking about Company of Heroes Online with stormtroopers that he had that came off the map. Max Vet with they ran while they were stealth and they came off with STG-44s and Penstrix. And he was like, I was so OP.
I was so OP.
And I just thought of that for right now.
Yeah, Company of Heroes Online was a real fucking moment, but yeah. Fucking.
Totally not related to this replay, but I just remembered it. I was like, yeah, I gotta say it.
I mean, look, the vast majority of the people who are watching this probably don't even know what Company of Heroes Online is, okay? Like, come on.
No. I didn't even play.
Oh, here comes a fragmentation bombing. Oh, that was a nice. That was a nice fragmentation bombing. Fucking killed everything. Except the one major guy. It's so fucking funny.
I know. Too bad he didn't get that guy. It would have been pretty good.
There always needs to be like one guy that survives like the whole airstrike or something.
Yeah.
We should definitely do some Company of Heroes 1 replays as well. But yeah, like in general, I feel like
Company of Heroes 1 replays. Like, no one does them. Like, they're not sending them in.
I should ask Matthias for some. I'm sure he's gonna send me some.
He's too busy playing For Honor.
Oh,
like, last time I checked, he was really into it.
Really For Honor? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was playing with some other dude. I forget who.
Probably one of the people from that fucking elusive man or something. I don't know. Anyway, so like I feel like in general, like when it comes to this game, what really won it for the Axis obviously was the Wehrmacht guy like pushing up and like just keeping his grenadiers alive for sure. But also like the way COVID Proof used his Command Panther was really good. I feel like everything else he was kind of getting on the back foot from Dirty Joe, but at least he like kept him busy enough so that he couldn't help his ally all that much, because sometimes you do.
And I was gonna say, would you agree that COVID Proof would have slowly turned the tide without the Command Panther and wore down Dirty Joe?
It seemed like it. It seemed like it for sure. I mean, because in the end he was starting to win. But I feel like that's in part because Dirty Joe's like just, I don't know, he stopped changing tactics at all. Like he was still doing the same thing over and over, like sending in his assault infantry sections like in the same way every single time. Like if he tried to use like that back passage that you said, like around the fuel tank or through the center, and like tried to flank the MGs, maybe it would have been different. But yeah, as it stood, it did seem like COVID Proof was going to turn the tide anyway. So I don't know.
All right, now the replay's over. It's the only replay I got because it was no one plays this. No one plays.
No one plays anymore.
Relic ruined it.
Surreal.
Yeah, even Depp doesn't. Depp